Alright guys, so today's lesson for Monday, March 30th, 2020 is going to be 18.1 Measure Time Intervals. So let's go ahead and open up our math books. So the essential question that we want to focus on is how do you measure elapsed time in minutes? So let's look at unlock the problem. So it says Ava and her family visited Space Center Houston. They watched a movie that began at 4:10 p.m. and ended at 4:53 p.m. How long did the movie last? So let's go ahead and go to the blue square. First question, it says, what time did the movie begin? So the movie started at 4:10 p.m. So we're going to write that. Sorry, this is hard to write with a mouse. Alright, second question. What time did the movie end? Looking at our problem, it says that it ended at 4:53 p.m. Now we're going to underline the question. So the question says, how long did the movie last? So we want to find what we call elapsed time. Elapsed time is the amount of time that passes from the start of an activity to the end of the activity. So in other words, it's asking for how long did it take for something to happen. So one way we can find this is to use a number line. So here they drew a number line for us. This over here is our start time, so we're going to label it S for start. Now they didn't put the end time here, but we're going to go ahead and put it. The end time is going to be 4:53. Now we're going to label the end time so we know where to stop, okay? Because we don't want to go past the end time. We want to stop exactly at the end time, which was at 4:53. So when you're using a number line, again, you can skip count by any time interval, meaning you can skip count by 5s, 10s, 20s, 30s, just depending on how much time has passed. Here, for this example, they're counting by 10s. So if they added 10 more minutes to 4:10, if I added 10 more minutes, my time is going to be 4:20. So if we add another group of 10, our new time is going to be 4:30. And then we go ahead and add another 10 minutes. Okay, our new time is going to be 4:40. We add another 10 minutes. Our new time is going to be 4:50. Okay. Now, if I had added another 10 minutes, I was going to go past my end time. I would go all the way to 5 o'clock. So here I have to change what I'm skip counting by. So I can't skip count by 5s because again, I will pass 4:53. So we're going to go ahead and skip count by 1s. So here they added one more minute and my new time was 4:51. So I'm going to add another minute and my new time is going to be 4:52. If I add another minute, I will jump to 4:53. Okay, so I stop right there because that was my end time. So now, to find what was the total amount of elapsed time, all we're going to do is add 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 10. That is going to give us 40. So we'll add 40. Then we'll add all of our ones. 1 plus 1 plus 1 gives us 3. So 40 plus 3 equals 43. The elapsed time from 4:10 to 4:53 is a total of 43 minutes. So the movie lasted 43 minutes. Okay? All right, let's keep going. So other ways that you can solve it is you can use an analog clock or you can use subtraction. Let's look at the analog clock first. So the first thing they want us to do is to find the starting time on the clock. So if you notice, they put the starting time, which was 4:10. Now the end time, we can go ahead and label it with our pencil. That's my big hand. And my little hand will still be like on the 4 so that I know where to stop. Now on the analog, they decided to count here by 5s because they're using an analog clock. On the number line, we were counting by 10s, but here they counted by 5s. So let's go ahead and continue. So they start at 0 and they count 5, 10. So this would be what? 15. This would be 20. This would be 25. This would be 30. This would be 35. This would be 40. Now again, I have to change what I'm skip counting by because if I keep counting by 5s, I'm going to go past the end time. So here I counted by 1s. I would count 41. Then I'm going to add one more. That would make it 42. Add one more. That gives me 43. So again, I still ended up with the same answer of 43 minutes, even though I used a different strategy using an analog clock. Okay. The third way you can do it is to use subtraction. So we start backwards. We start with the end time first. Then we write the starting time so that the hours and the minutes line up. And then we can go ahead and subtract. So I'm going to start with the end time first. So we're going to go backwards. So I'm going to put 4:53 on top because that's the bigger number. And then I'm going to subtract 4:10. My hours are the same, so I don't have to worry about subtracting them. So I'm just going to subtract my minutes. 3 from 0 gives me 3. 1 from 5 leaves me with 4. So my answer is still 43 minutes. Okay, let's look at some sample questions together. All right, so now we're looking at the share and show portion of our lesson. So let's look at question number 1. It says use a number line to find the elapsed time from 1:15 to 1:40. Sorry. All right, so again, I'm going to label my start time. And again, they didn't label the end time, but we're going to label it. I'm going to go ahead and put 1:40. Now again, I want to go ahead and label it on a number line so that I know where to stop. Okay, I don't want to go past the end time. So again, the elapsed time is how much time passed between the start to an end of an activity. So since I'm starting by 15s, we can go ahead and skip count by 5s, we can skip count by 10s, we can skip count by 20s, 30s. It really is up to you what you feel comfortable with. So let's go ahead and skip count by 5s since it starts at 1:15. So I'm going to go ahead and do one jump of plus 5. So if I add 5 minutes to that, my new time is going to be 1:20. If I add another jump of 5, my new time is going to be 1:25. If I add another jump of 20, is going to be 1:30. Okay, if I do another jump of 5, is going to be 1:35. And if I do one more jump of 5, that's going to stop at my end time of 1:40. Okay, so again, all I have to do is add all the time that I added. So if I added 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5, my answer would be 25 minutes. In this case, I can also use multiplication because since I'm skip counting by the same numbers, I skip counted by 5. How many jumps did I make? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I can do 5 times 5 gives me 25. So my elapsed time is 25 minutes. Let's look at question number 2. So it says that the start time is at 11:35, end time 11:54. So again, on our number line, we're going to label the start time as 11:35. And we're going to go ahead and also label our end time of 11:54. That way we know exactly where to stop. Okay. So again, since it's ending with a 5, it'd probably be easiest to skip count by 5s. But I mean, we can go ahead and try to skip count by 10s to make it faster. So let's skip count this one by 10s. So I'm going to go ahead and add 10 minutes this time. So if I'm adding 10 to 35, my new time is going to be, very good, 11:45. Now here, okay, if I add another 10 minutes, my minutes is going to go past my end time. So I'm going to have to add by 5s. So I'm going to add a group of 5. And if I add 5 to 45, my new time is going to be 11:50. So here, since I'm starting at 11:50 or I have a 0, I can go ahead and count, well, how many minutes will it be from 50 to 54? That would be a total of 4. So when I add all my time together, 10 plus 5 plus 4, 10 plus 5 is 15, 4 more gives us 19. So my total elapsed time for here would be 19 minutes. Okay? All right, let's go to number 3. So here they're using an analog clock. They give you the start time of 4:20 and they give you the end time of 5 o'clock. So we're going to go ahead and start at 4:20 and we're going to go ahead and do our 5 o'clock so we know where to stop. So here we can go ahead and use the analog clock to count by 5s. So here my first jump would be 5. Next one to 6 would be 10. To 7 would be 15. Would be 20. 25. Then we skip jump another would be 30. Skip jump another one would be 35. Skip jump another one would be 40. So the total time that we jumped, so my ET for elapsed time for this one would be 40 minutes. Okay,